Hey guys, I'm James Burke, and I'm here reporting on behalf of me and Tevan to talk about how we feel about the history and culture of New Rochelle. Today we will be interviewing people from Iona College, and we will be asking them questions about New Rochelle's history and past, because Tevan and I find it important that we as Iona students know where we are and the history behind where we are. We decided to talk about New Rochelle because the city has such a unique and diverse background, and as Iona students, we found it important to delve into this information, especially because we spend so much time in this city. So now, sit back and let us take you on a journey through New Rochelle's history. We decided to interview people who are commuters and people who live on campus at Iona College, because of the different responses that each group would have and different relationship each person has with the city of New Rochelle. If you find these responses interesting. Are you aware of what New Rochelle is named after, or what city New Rochelle is named after?
I'm actually pretty sure it's named after Rochelle in France.
No, I'm not.
In France, I believe.
Do you know who the first people of New Rochelle were?
Pilgrims?
Do you know who the first people of New Rochelle were?
French. New Rochelle's named after the French Huguenots who used to settle here.
When you think of New Rochelle, what comes to mind?
Westchester. Iona, really, that's about it for me.
Iona.
Iona, because I'm from out of state.
And when you think of New Rochelle, what comes to mind?
Definitely Iona.
I think of just like a great community, and I just think of like good people, you know, good all around community.
Do you see any French aspects within the city and its culture?
There's French aspects.
Actually, that one little logo that looks like the New Orleans Saints symbol, I know that's a French symbol.
Maybe the structure of some of the buildings and stuff.
Other than the name, I don't.
Just the symbol. You can see it in both the high school and middle schools. They're shaped after like French architecture.
By now, you are probably wondering who exactly the French Huguenots were. They were a group of French Protestants that came to New York in the year 1688, which was 24 years after King James II of England renamed New Amsterdam to New York. The French Protestants left France because they feared persecution by Catholics. They named New Rochelle after the French city La Rochelle, from where they came from. A lot of French who came to New Rochelle brought a lot of art and were crafty, so they were accepted by the English colonists. Up until 1760, French people continued to travel to the city. New Rochelle remembers its roots by having the Huguenot cross across New Rochelle, as well as the color purple, which the French used. The high school of New Rochelle's primary logo is the cross and is also purple, and they use the name Huguenots. There isn't much of a French presence in the city anymore. New cultures have entered the city. For example, there is a large African American presence in the city now, as well as a very Spanish area, and Iona College brings a lot of Celtic aspects to the city. But the French Huguenots will always be remembered for being the first people to make New Rochelle what it is today. In 2008, the mayor of La Rochelle visited the city of New Rochelle. The two cities are still sister cities to this day. New Rochelle is without a doubt one of the most interesting cities in New York because of its diversity. So many different people live in New Rochelle today, from the Spanish areas of the town to the very Catholic areas of the town to the very African American sections of the town. The city is very unique, and a lot of different people bring a lot of great things to this city. So on behalf of Tevan and I, we really hope that you learned a lot about New Rochelle's history and past. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Merry Christmas.